Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our economics class. Okay, so in the last session, we discussed about India on the eve of independence. Clear. So we faced a lot of problem. Our country faced a lot of problem related with the British administration in India. British administration in India, right? Yes or no? Our agricultural sector collapsed. Our industrial sector faced a lot of problem related with the British programs and policies. Okay, handicraft industries are almost destructed by the British through their monopoly or monopolistic policy on trade. They utilized our country just a mere exporter of raw material and a market to sell their finished goods. Clear? There is no development in the field of education, healthcare, but we find some changes or some development in the field of infrastructure, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? We find we learned that there was some development in the field of infrastructure. Okay, so but that infrastructural development is or where it is not for the Indians there basically, right? Yes or no? It is not for the Indians. Clear? It is only for the development of British administration in India. Okay, railway, telegraph. Okay, then what you can say, postal department. Everything they created or they give importance for such kind of development only for their development. Clear? Okay, and I told that there are a number of questions are there from this section too. So this class, I will give you some questions. Clear? Hmm? Along with the answers, no problem. You have to learn it. It is important. You have to learn the questions that what we are discussing in the classroom. Okay, not simply completing the chapters. We wanted to understand the things what we learned, or some result is necessary. It is required. Okay, so without 1 minute. Okay. So without learning, it is not that good to move forward. Okay. So just write down this question. I already told you that to possess a notebook for economics, right? Right? Is there with you? The things are there with you. The notebook is there. Yes. Okay. So now we are going to write some questions along with its answers. So every day you have to learn that. Okay. Every day in the sense when I'm giving the question answers that day, you have to learn that particularly. Okay, and understand it. First of all, we know that there are number of questions are there. So our question paper pattern, as per this year, we know that objective type questions are there, right? Objective type questions are there for us. Then next it is 3 more questions, 3 mark questions. Next one, 4 more questions and 6 more questions. Clear? That's what the pattern of questions there. Okay, 1 more questions are there. That is objective type questions. 3 more questions are there. Okay. Next one, 4 mark, then 6 mark. Okay, these are the questions. Clear. Now we are going to discuss some 1 mark. I mean, objective type questions. Objective type questions. Maybe it is MCQ, multiple choice questions, right? Or fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Multiple choice questions. MCQ. We know that, right? Next one. What is the next category? Fill in the blanks question will be there. Next one. What we can say? Choose the sorry. Uh, Match the following. Match the following questions will be there. Match the following. Reasoning and assertion type questions are there. Reasoning and assertion type questions also are there. Clear? True or false questions. True or false. These all are example for objective type questions. Objective type questions. Clear? Okay. So write down what was the infant mortality rate on the eve of independence. Okay. What was the infant mortality rate on the eve of Indian independence? Anybody know that answer?
18 per thousand.
Of course, correct answer. Okay, correct answer. 218 per thousand. Write the question. What was the infant mortality rate on the eve of Indian independence? On the eve of Indian independence, the answer is 218 per thousand. 218 per thousand. I told you textbook reading is compulsory. If you are not reading the textbook, it is difficult to get the answers for the objective questions there. Okay. Right. Right. The next question. How much has the life expectancy? How much has the life expectancy changed from the eve of Indian independence? Repeating. How much has the life expectancy changed from the eve of Indian independence to present day? To present day. Repeating, how much has the life expectancy changed from the eve of Indian independence to the present day? An idea from your textbook? What is the answer?
From 44 years to 66 years.
So that's what the correct answer from your textbook. Any other answers are there in any other textbook? Like 32 to 63 or something like that? Not there, right? All your textbook, that is the answer, right? 44 to 66. 44 to 66. Next one. Name the parts of India. Name the parts of India. Name the parts of India which experienced a decline in the workforce participation, which experienced a decline in workforce participation, in agriculture. In agriculture. Can you say? Question is, name the parts of India which experienced a decline in workforce participation in agriculture. Write down the question answer. Madras Presidency, Madras Presidency, Madras Presidency, Madras Presidency, Maharashtra, and West Bengal, Maharashtra and West Bengal. I can send the answers for you people along with the question there. Okay. But the past taught me that you people are not reading it. Okay. Simply the PDF formats or the question answers that what we are sending by the teachers. Okay. Images. Everything is remaining as scrap or junk in your mobile. Yes or no? Sometime you will take it and clean it up. Okay. Trash cleaning. So not in notebook, you should write it. Okay. So that's what the punishment for you people there. Okay. Not actually the punishment there. It's a good method to understand and learn the things there. Clear? But don't think that each and every question we are able to explain in the classroom. Clear or not? Huh? I cannot give that many questions for you people. You are unable to write all those things there. Okay. But some important aspects are there. It is very important to score marks. Okay. Next one, write down. When was the railway introduced in India? When was the railway introduced in India? Which year? When was the railway introduced in India? As per your textbook, it is. Tell me. What is that?
1850.
1850. 1850. 1850. Okay. 1850. Next one. Name any two notable economists. Name any two notable economists who estimated India's per capita income during the colonial period. Okay. Name any two notable economists who estimated India's per capita income during the colonial period. Do you know who are they?
Dadabhai Naoroji.
First and foremost, Dadabhai Naoroji, the father of Indian economics. Okay. Dadabhai Naoroji. Okay. VKRV Rao. VKRV Rao. VKRV Rao. William Digby. William Digby. So while writing, you chances are there you will make mistakes in spelling there. Okay. Later, correct those spellings by cross-check with your textbook. Clear? Okay. And evening, everyone after this class, everyone want to send the note to me. What you wrote there, I want to see there. Understand? Okay. So it is compulsory. You should write. Okay. There is no excuse. Okay. Fine. Next question. Sorry. It is Dadabhai Naoroji, William Digby, VKRV Rao. Okay. Findlay Shiraz. Findlay Shiraz. Findly. Findlay Shiraz. And RC Desai. And RC Desai. And RC Desai. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
When was India's first official census? When was India's first official census operation? Census operation undertaken. Undertaken. Okay. So what is the answer?
1881.
1881. 1881. 1881. Write down the answer. It is 1881. Okay. Now we will go for some short answer type questions. Okay, short answer type questions. So you know that it is a very, very short answer type. That means a objective one. Next one, short answer questions. Write down the question. At the time of independence, at the time of independence, agricultural production in India received, at the time of independence, agricultural production in India received, agricultural production in India received a major setback. A major setback. Major setback. Discuss the main reasons of this setback. Discuss the main reasons of this setback. So the problem faced by the agricultural sector. Okay, setback means the trouble. Okay, the problem faced. Write down the question answer. Okay, again, next important thing for you people. Answers are in poems. Clear or not? It is not in paragraphs. Clear? No need to write any paragraph as an answer there. Clear? Just points enough. Points enough. If it's a 3-mark question, 4 to 5. Okay, 4 or 5. Okay, that many points is compulsory. Compulsory. More than that is also okay, fine, no problem. Anyway, not less than that. Clear? Okay, write down. First of all, due to partition, so you want to answer a question, the first sentence you are able to create from the question itself. Okay, what is that? Okay, here what is the question there? At the time of independence, agriculture production in India received a major setback. Discuss the main reason of the setback. The first sentence, what is that? Main reason for the setback that followed by the Indian agriculture as follows. Clear? Okay, as follows. Next, First point, due to partition, irrigated and fertile land, irrigated and fertile land. So what do you mean irrigated and fertile land? Hmm? Irrigated and fertile land. Irrigated land in the sense where water is available, okay, for the crops. Fertile land means fertile. What do you mean fertility of the land? Anybody? Those who know the answer, please tell me. What do you mean by the fertility of land? Fertility.
The natural humus of the soil.
Ah, definitely. Fertile land in the sense the land is able to give good product without adding any manure, right or not? Or less manure. Clear? Okay, the topsoil that enriched with the humus. Clear? So such kind of land that moved to where? Went to where? Pakistan. Clear? First, that's the first reason. Due to partition, irrigated and fertile land went to Pakistan. Okay, went to Pakistan. Elvina, Sharat, Anil Kumar, Basil Bashir, your cameras are off. Okay, I told you if it is off for more than 5 minutes, I will mark it as absent there. It's a strict instruction from the chairman. So remember that. Okay. Due to partition, irrigated and fertile land went to Pakistan. Third point, jute producing area become part of Bangladesh. Jute producing, jute producing areas became the part of Bangladesh. Part of Bangladesh. Jute producing area become part of Bangladesh. So Bangladesh, we know that, right? Hmm? So it is Hooghly River Basin. It is famous for the jute production. Okay. And after the partition, what happened? That area went to Bangladesh. Okay. The eastern, sorry, the eastern Pakistan. Next one, third point. India's jute goods industry, India's jute good industry, India's jute goods industry suffered a lot due to suffered suffered a lot due to the lack of raw materials, the lack of raw materials, the lack of raw materials. Okay. Commercialization of agriculture. Commercialization of agriculture by the Britishers. Last point. Commercialization of agriculture by the Britishers in pre-independent India. In pre-independent India, pre-independent India, also a reason for setback of Indian agriculture. Setback of Indian agriculture. Clear? So any difficulty to learn this question answer? Okay. Point wise you should learn. All the points are connected to the other. All right. Easily you are able to understand the things there. Next question. What was the stage of secondary sector? I mean industrial sector. What was the stage of industrial sector? What was the stage of industrial sector on the eve of independence? What was the stage of industrial sector on the eve of independence? On the eve of independence. Okay. So here points are somewhat bigger. Okay, so 3 points are enough. I will say that. First of all, first point. At the time of independence, at the time of independence, at the time of independence, the process of industrialization was limited. The process of industrialization was limited. The process of industrialization was limited. to textile industry. To textile industry. It was supported by imported machinery. It was supported by imported machinery. It was supported by imported machinery. Imported machinery and technical know-how. Important machinery and technical know-how. Okay. Second point, it didn't generate. Muhammad Irfan, are you writing? Muhammad Irfan. Muhammad Irfan. There's no answer from Muhammad Irfan. So write down the second point. It didn't generate employment opportunities. Due to their capital intensive nature. Due to their capital intensive nature. Next one, third point. As a result, the percentage of workforce engaged, in the secondary or industrial sector declined. Secondary or industrial sector declined. From 12.6% to declined from 12.6% to in bracket 1901. So 12.6% in 1901 to 10.7% in 1951. 10.7% in 1951. As a result of this, our industrial sector was very much depressed on the eve of independence. Very much depressed on the eve of independence. Okay. So next one question. So no need to write down. This question is from the NCERT textbook only. Textbook question it is. Indicate the volume of direction of trade at the time of independence, right? You got that answer? I told you I will give that answer, right? Yes or no? You please check that. The answer is there means I don't want to read or else I will read it again. Okay. So remember, indicate the volume and direction of trade at the time of independence. Write down the answer. Okay. Here in this type of question, they ask you two things. What is that? Volume of direction of trade and at the time of independence. Indicate the volume and direction. So one to write about the volume and one to write about the direction. In such kind of question, you have to write only these two things. Clear? So answer is completed. There is no chance to write another points there. Clear? Write about the volume, write about the direction. Completed. Clear? So 2 points are enough here. Write down volume. Volume. At the time of independence, at the time of independence, at the time of independence, the volume of India's trade increased at the time of independence. The volume of, at the time of independence, the volume of India's foreign trade increased. India's foreign trade increased tremendously, tremendously. Tremendously, tremendously. Exports were more than imports. Exports were more than imports. Exports were more than imports. Okay. Its exports were wheat. Its exports were wheat, comma rice, comma sugar, comma precious stones, comma precious stone, etc. Precious stones, etc. And the imports were, and the imports were, and the imports were wools, wool, steel, pearl, 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 copper, copper, perfume, etc. So in this kind of questions, for the first point, 1.5 mark will be there, right? It's a 3-mark question. For the first point, 1.5 mark, right? And the second point, another 1.5. The total 3 mark. Clear? Next one, direction, direction of trade. With respect to direction, with respect to direction, more than half of the foreign trade, more than half of the India's foreign trade was made with Britain. Was made with Britain. Made with Britain. The rest was allowed with, the rest was allowed with, the rest was allowed with other countries like, what are other countries?
China,
China.
Persia,
Then
Sri Lanka,
Sri Lanka, correct. Write down like China, Sri Lanka, and Persia. And Persia. And Persia. So this Persia means present day Iran. Present day Iran. Okay, Persia. Clear? Okay. Next question. There is another NCERT question. Please check whether you got this answer or not. Okay. Which year is regarded as the defining year to mark the demographic transition from its first to the second decisive stage? You got that answer? Yes, right? Is not a problematic or problematic one. Okay. Next one. What do you understand by the drain of Indian wealth during the colonial period? Write down the question. What do you understand by the drain of Indian wealth during the colonial period? Colonial period. Okay. Here, listen. Don't need to write here, there. Okay. Here, listen carefully. So it's a conceptual based question. Conceptual based questions. A concept is clear for you or not? Clear or not? Clear or not? So this type of questions is a exceptional case. Conceptual. You clear the concept or not? So you are right. You are able to write a paragraph. No problem. So remember, different methods are there. Now I am going for the third method. First method I told you the poem. Next method I told if you're asking for any two different things you don't want to explain about those things. Now it is a conceptual based question. Conceptual based question. It's not an application. Clear or not? Concept is clear or not? So you can write that in a paragraph. No problem. Clear? Or even in a sentences also. I mean points also you can write. No problem. So write down the answer. Economic drain means economic drain means transfer of wealth from one country to another. Transfer of wealth from one country to other. One country to other. So it is the first point. During the colonial period, Indian wealth was remitted to England. Indian wealth was remitted to England. Okay, write down. During the colonial period, Indian wealth was remitted to England. Remitted to England. Clear? So what do you mean remittances? Just the money is going to or resources are going to Britain. In return, we are not receiving anything. Clear or not? So basically, the people, those who working abroad, remitting money to their home country. Okay, so write down the question answer. Economic drain means transfer of wealth from one country to another. During the colonial period, Indian wealth was remitted to England. Remitted to England. So that word is remitted. Okay, that's what we discussed, right or not? So remittances in the sense of the people, those who working abroad, they will send money to their home country, right or not? Or for their family. Okay, so family receiving that money, right? In return, the family want to do anything? Nothing, right or not? Simply they are receiving the money. So the Britishers also like that only. They're remitted. Next one, next point. The lieu of LIEU, the lieu of this, India received nothing. In return of this, India received nothing. For example, excess exports were made to meet, for example, excess exports were made to meet the deficit on current account, the deficit of current account in England, the deficit on current okay, write down. For example, excess exports were made to meet the deficit. Excess exports were made to meet the deficit on current account in England, but India gained nothing. But India gained nothing. Clear. So current account, capital account, that is related with the balance of payments, okay, or balance of trade. So we will discuss that in the next session there. What is this balance of trade? That is the difference between exports and imports. Okay, clear or not? So we'll discuss that later. Okay, these are the important questions that we discussed today. Grishma Joshi, is there trouble with your camera? So let me take the attendance. Okay, what are the things basically we discussed? Annette Anthony, tell me the things that what we discussed so far in this class today. How many questions? Annette, can you hear me? Annette? There's a technical error with Annette, I think so. Hello? Hello? Aishwarya?
We discussed the major problems faced by different sectors during the colonial period. We discussed around 10 questions.
10 questions. Okay. So it is your responsibility to learn all these questions properly and perfectly, right or not? So the questions, maybe objective type questions are there, 3 mark questions we discussed, and 1 6 mark also we can do, I think so. Okay, time is there with us. Okay, so this is also an NCERT question only, Here you can see what were the main causes of India's agricultural stagnation during the colonial period? Write down. What were the main causes of India's agricultural stagnation? Agricultural. Hello. Hello, all of you, please turn on your cameras. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. It's due to a network failure. Okay, so we will continue in the next class. Okay, so it's almost 9:30. So we'll continue in the next class. So the questions that what we discussed today, learn it properly and send your notes today itself. Clear? So far, many things you wrote there, right? So send your notes today itself. Okay, so we will meet in next class, guys. Thank you very much. Any other doubts? Any questions? Nothing. Okay, thank you.